After years of research for perfect mixing and recording desk for my recording studio, we decided to build one finally from scratch, never look back and just kind of follow our own design. We are choosing these phenomenal legs. The company's name is Pipeline Design Studio. They have a shop on Etsy. And believe it or not, I purchased these legs probably a year ago. And finally, I opened the box this morning. I was ready to go for it. And we just set it up, and I'm extremely impressed with their product. We are not selling anything, or we don't work with these people. We just try to acknowledge the quality of their product. Awesome. We absolutely love them. And this will be a base for our desk. Okay? If you feel like this expense is unnecessarily to you, you can always come up with a different design. But for us, it's gonna serve. First of all, we've got 4 legs on each side, and there's a one on the middle. So now, think about this. When I drop my music equipment into the desk won't collapse because of this barrier, right? The middle section is gonna hold all the wood pieces all together. So for the future reference, right? So I won't be dealing with the situation when the equipment kind of pushes the desk down and everything starts dipping. Okay? All right. So next step is just to introduce wood pieces. Stay tuned. We found this phenomenal local store called Select Wood. We got this red Meranti from them, and it's a phenomenal choice when you think about it. We spent a lot of time searching for 2x6 pieces of wood, but unfortunately, when you put them together, there's a slight imperfections, which is very hard to remove if you don't have a specific tools like a wood planer. So we just decided to go for something like this, and it worked fine. All we had to do just pre-cut all the pieces together, and we're going to biscuit them all together later on. But it's a little bit more money than we expected, but in the end, we're going to enjoy our desk every single day for years to come. So this is the material. Now, very important part is to create a plan of things what you're trying to achieve through that process. It's gonna keep you sharp, keep you on target, right? And you won't waste any additional thoughts. Once again, my name is Piotr, this is Crystal, my wife, and she's gonna help us out to build the whole giant project. Once we have these pieces in place, our goal is to organize them in a way that they look good and they fit to each other. Okay, so this layout could take a few minutes, but we really recommend that you just fool around with the layout until it speaks to you like this is it. This is the look I'm going for. Once we have the layout we want, it's time to put a little bit of blue tape on every single piece and just name it. Put some number on it so we remember which side we want to use and which number goes where. Okay? If you don't mind, just write the number 1. So I've got 2 boards all together. Now we're going to measure the whole thing. It's 7 feet. Now every time when I reach a foot, I'm gonna make a mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is here. Perfect. Okay, the next step, I'm gonna use the square and just slash it across 2 boards. Straight line. Okay. You don't have to go to the top, all the way to the top. It's up to you. Okay? In the spots what we just marked, we are going to create a little tiny hole with this machine. Okay? And this hole has to be perfectly in a line with the other one. So this is a precise job. We have to be focused and concentrate. We decided to go with biscuits number 20. They are the biggest on the market, and they are going to deliver the strongest structure for our table. It's time to cut the corners. For that purpose, we are going to use a square. It's a little longer than usual. I found this piece of board, what it's gonna serve us as a straight line for the cut. And this piece of wood is gonna be mounted to the desk, and we are going to use the handsaw. Okay? As you can see, there's this imperfect edge, what we are going to correct. Okay, we're going to cut this unnecessarily edge, right, straight, It's going to be straight and smooth, and for that purpose, after we mark it, we're going to use this piece of board, put it in place, right, mount it to the table, and cut it with a handsaw. Alright, we've got our corners cut, now it's time to sand it. We're going to start with the paper number 80 and go up to 180 through 120. Of course, just remember, make sure that you've got some kind of vacuum on, windows open, because it's gonna be really dusty. It's a long process. So we recommend the mask, we recommend something for your hair, if you've got the long hair, and of course the gloves, and the sanding machine. So now we are going to route the corners with this router, and we are going to go all the way around and around. Voila! This is our table after all the sanding. The whole job took us, the sanding job took us probably more than 2 hours, but it's a very important part of the process. I have a suggestion: if you have a friend who could lift this table outside of your home and do all the sanding outside, I really recommend it. It's like too much dust here, I can't even breathe. Through the sanding process, we exposed a bunch of cracks in the surface. So this is how the table looks like before staining it. The next step, we're going to apply the wood finish stain with cherry color. And after it dries, we're going to apply this oil-based satin arm seal. Okay, and probably this little fellow, it's gonna take 2 turns. So after the first coat, we are going to sand the first coat a tiny bit and apply another one for perfect finish. Alright, the table is dry. It's been 24 hours by now, and now it's time to put some oil on top. The first layer of oil, of course, we're going to sand it very gently, right, and oil it again. So we're probably looking for another 2 days before we just finish the top. But for now, it looks pretty awesome. So this is the first coat of Shining Good. Just remember this, I'm doing the whole desk by myself without any knowledge. And it's kind of shows. And I'm gonna give you a tip what hopefully it's gonna serve you and you will avoid the mistakes what I have made. Okay? So you see this filler between the boards. Turns out, I didn't know about it. They come with different colors. You can choose a color what kind of matches your wood. So when you put the filler in, it doesn't stand out. It's kind of blends with against, okay, the wood, so you don't see them much. On my desk, they just show up because I used, you see, a color what went against the natural color of the wood. And basically it seems, it shows, right? So just avoid this, try to match the wood filler based on what kind of material you have, and you should be fine. At the same time, when I look at those imperfections, they kind of create a character, and I have no choice but to accept it. So once we drop the music equipment on top of this table, everything is gonna look cohesive without any problems. But if you wanna take it to the next level, just please take this under consideration, because we made a huge mistake. What we have to live with. You don't. Alright, we are about to sand this desk one more time. I can feel some imperfections. I'm gonna smooth them over and then apply another coat of oil. Okay? What we need is just new gloves, right? So the second coat is in. You just apply it, you spread it. You don't fix any imperfections. If we have to, you can always sand it one more time and put another coat. Okay. But this is the result of our work. And just remember, it's a music desk, which means we're going to drop a music equipment on top of it. So it doesn't have to be spectacularly created. So this is the final result of our work. Now we have to just sit 24 hours. I'm gonna sit on it just a little bit longer. I wanna make sure that it's dry. Then I'm gonna remove the thing and start building a housing for music equipment. Okay, we are going to build 2 units, left and right, and they are going to be dropped on 2 corners of that desk. Okay, so this is the next stage, but for now, let it dry, and 24 hours later, we will just remove it, put it on the side, cover it, ready to go.